off the plane. It's so easy to breathe again. Life in the big city has finally took its toll. And it's been so long, but I'm finally home. And what better place to rest my weary bones than on this beautiful island where there's so much to see. Every corner I turn, there's something there to remind me of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting. There's no end.
Yes, Grenada, Carrico, PD Martinique. I'd like to welcome everybody, everyone. I would like to welcome you to another Mikey Life program, people. This is it. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good. We are talking about the bad. And we are talking about the Mikey. There are things you will hear on this program that you hear no one else. We do not have a horse in the race. And so we are committed to giving you undiluted, uninfluenced, unbiased news, people. And who vex loss. You understand? There have been a few things that happened over the weekend. And we are compelled to let you know about it. We have had some vehicular crashes, bike crash, road fatalities, and so on, things like that, man. But one in particular, road fatality, we're going to talk about that. We are joined by the people on Facebook. We want to say hello to the people on Facebook, boy. Blessings to you. As well, we'd like to say hello to the people who are tuned in via WPG10, that's channels 10 and 11 on cable, boy. And as well, for those of you who are viewing via YouTube, blessings flow to all ya. All ya, we ready for news. We ready for it. So hear what Grenlec says that they're now hiring. And so persons who've been looking for a job and things like that, I'll tell you how you can be employed by Grenlec. Also, major clubs are coming to Grenada for the Whitsuntide Games. The United States now requiring visa applicants to list their social media names. You understand? So when you're going for your visa, you have to fill out the form and you have to tell them what the social media name so they could check you out and make sure you're legit, boy. They could make sure you ain't saying nothing bad about the country. We're going to tell you more about that. And the Public Service Commission is removed as party in the case against government for salary deduction. We're going to tell you about that in a moment. All right. Now, as well, what we're going to be telling you about, GFA president calls for one artificial football field in each parish on the island. As well, vigilante justice boy in St. Lucia, a man beat a woman, so the village beat him. You understand? We're going to tell all about that and what they are saying about that. And we also have a Trinidad crime report for it. So we have everything to tell all about, you know what I mean? So brace all yourself, organize all the business. If you have not yet done so, please go ahead and share the program so that other people will get to see what's happening here, all right? Now, folks, that's your headlines, and the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and Colombian Emeralds International and WPG10. You see, when we come back, it's real news in Olia Lili Lolo. So let me break and come back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60, but as benefit expenses continue to rise and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Saturday 8th and Sunday 9 June. It's Whitsuntide Games 2019. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. See participating teams from Trinidad and Tobago, Montserrat, Antigua and Barbuda, Haiti, Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, French Guyana, Guadeloupe, France, and our very own local clubs and schools compete to be Whitsuntide Champions 2019. Game starts at 1 p.m. Admission $20. And coming to perform live at the games, it's the International Wasways and Grenada's Grove Champion Dash. Saturday 8th and Sunday 9 June. Karani James Athletic Stadium. Whitsuntide Games 2019.
The Courts Home event is finally here. Now is the time to get all you need for your home. Create your sweet retreat with our bedroom ranges. Level up the family room with high-definition TVs, entertainment systems, comfy sofas or sectionals. Enjoy more home dining with a new set. Getting into home fitness? We've got that too. And find something shiny and new for your kitchen. All at the Courts Home event, where we have it all.
Okay, folks, so
the countdown
oops, all right, so sorry, let's just get that one out of, done and then we come back.
is on to Grenada's most exciting music festival. Friday, 7th June is Sol EC Limited Rhythm and Soul Night with Kerry Hilson, the legendary Freddie Jackson, Eddie Bullen, and Jefferson Ramirez. Saturday, 8th June is Wester Hall Rum Reggae Fest featuring Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kimani Marley, Tamara St. Bernard, and more. The festival climaxes on Sunday, 9th June with a George F. Huggins Soca Fusion featuring the All-Stars with Tedison John and Blacks, Patrice Roberts, Wasways, Jab King, and more. Gates open 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m. Advance tickets $80 Friday and Saturday, $60 on Sunday, and are available island-wide. Limited VIP and season tickets at Grenada Optical and GoToFet.com. Grenada Music Festival 2019. Get your tickets today. Sponsors: Silver Sands Grenada, Hennessy, the Antillian Group, Coca-Cola, St. George's University, Glen Elch Springwater, and Netherlands Insurance.
All right, folks, so we want to say thank you again and welcome you to another Mikey Life program, people. All right, all you. Quite a lot happened over the weekend, boy. We had a couple accidents as usual. You understand? Quite a few, with one being fatal. Now, the one on your screen is an accident that happened in Granatan. You understand? Where this vehicle overturned a bit. If you can notice that the roof was kind of like caved in. You understand? Luckily, the occupants of this vehicle survived. Then we had another in St. George's, boy. You understand? Police are reporting 200 accidents per month since the year started, you know, people. We had another, this one in the Lansing area, which claimed the life of a biker. Now we going to later on tell you more about this, but police, they are continuing to express concerns about the number of accidents that has been happening on the nation's road. It was only last week they had a kind of like a campaign on the street, trying to sensitize drivers about best practices on the road and so on, and how to be cautious and things like that. They had a nice little session, you understand? But we continue to see more and more crashes. In fact, in church on Sunday, the pastor was even talking about that. In fact, they had prayers in church Sunday about that, praying for the nation where accidents is concerned. I think we need to do a thorough investigation into, the accidents. Are we seeing anything that is common amongst all these accidents? Yes, what's common? And see if we can address that. Yes, we cannot just have these things as statistics. You understand? But anyway, we go look into it. We go look into it. Don't worry yourself. So we're going to tell you more specifically about the fatality in a moment. All right. One of the things that we need to tell you about is that the media, and of course we are just informing you, the general public, that there will be the regular press briefing happening this Tuesday. That's tomorrow. You understand? The post cabinet, right? And there's also going to be having a press briefing as well from the National Training Agency immediately following the regular post cab. But the purpose is to discuss the upcoming World Skills Competition scheduled for June 18th and 19th, 2019 at the T.A. Marshall Community College under the theme showcasing youth skills for employment. All right. So that's going to be a good one. The initiative is targeting at young people ages 17 to 25. All right. So we're going to tell you more about that, but we're just informing the media and the general public of what to expect. Yes. Earlier, this Sunday or yesterday, the place, social media, was a buzz with talk about Golden State Warriors and the Raptors, as Golden State came from nowhere. From nowhere yesterday to level up the series, one apiece. The game ended 109, 104, game 2. Now it was very competitive. In fact, critics are saying that it's probably one of the best games in 5 years that Golden State Warriors have played. The other 18 running, people, I ain't making it up. Toronto took the first and second quarters, 27-26 and 32-28. But after the first half, Golden State, I don't know what they do. They're on some steroids. Took control. Third quarter, 31-21. While Raptors had a 3-point lead in the fourth, 24-12. You understand? Listen, Clay had injuries. Steph Curry had some kind of bug or whatever it is. You understand? And they went still winning. Yeah? No. Well, we should have always known that Golden State was going to. Anyway, let's leave that talk there. I don't want to really start out any program tonight. There you go. Oh, yeah. So here one now. Now, we are hearing that Grenlec, Grenada's electricity company, is now hiring. They say in its continuous drive to provide world-class service, you're invited to apply. All right, they have a meter reading position, a meter reader position available. You understand? So you can apply. Now, if you want to know what is required, you have to have a minimum of 4 CXC or GCE subjects, including English language and principles of business or equivalent. All right. Specialized training in meter service and customer relations, familiarity with the functioning of electrical equipment such as meters, strong interpersonal and customer related skills or customer relation skills, and a valid license and vehicle. They didn't mention it here, but I go just say it and I stick to beta dog. Yo! Because what I say is, I don't know how they meet a man would make it. I just put in a little piece. Hold a piece of stick. A little glory seeder. You know what I mean? Glory seeder, it doesn't hit hard. Yeah, see? Yeah. Boy, you could scare a dog, you know? You could get a dog a little whack. With a glory seeder, the stick go break, boy, you go hold the dog. Right? So earlier, you can apply. Applicants with curriculum vitae should submit it no later than Friday, June 7th. So I don't know how much time. And do that to the Human Resource Manager and the Grenada Electricity Services, PO Box 381 St. George's, Grenada. All right. You can also send an email to hrd@grenlec.com. Okay, people? Right. Earlier, right? Now, GASA is the organization that does do all the water sports and thing, the swimming pool business now. And they had a little election and thing, boy. And guess what now? the old executive was re-elected. That's what has happened when you do good work. You understand? I think, we post it up on our website so you could check it out. You understand? They say the old executive work, and so they received the nod so that they can continue for another period. You understand? The executive reads: the President, Perron Johnson, Vice President, Diana Hopkins, Secretary, Rhea Nichols, Assistant Secretary, Chad Hyson, and Treasurer is Paul Antwine, the PRO, Gail Purcell, immediate past President, Nigel Ogilvy. Floor members are Randall Gittins, Stephanie John, and Ferron Lowe. Alright, so give them a clap, no man. Yeah, they in the business. You understand? So they go do thing. Good. We are moving on. How we looking? See, I ain't taking up too much time tonight. We going. Although they say Honorable Gregory Bowen is the Prime Minister, the acting Prime Minister, until such time when the Prime Minister returns to Grenada. So he was appointed as acting Prime Minister in the absence of the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. Dr. Mitchell left the state on personal business. Alright. Now, Gregory Bowen is going to be the Prime Minister until June 13, the acting Prime Minister until June 13, 2019. What I really want to know is, if when you are the acting, somebody could answer me that on the program, like when you're the acting, can you like make changes and do business and things like that? I just want to know. You know what I mean? Because what I'm saying is, if I ever get to be like in politics just because I want to be acting, when I get to be acting now, because people who vote for me for Prime Minister, please smash up. Yeah, I'm making myself Prime Minister while I'm acting. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, lady that talk there. Olio. So here's some serious business now. I want Olio to take that one serious because it's not no joking matter. Right? So here's what we are understanding. That the United States now wants to know the social media username of people applying for their visas. And it is part of stepped up screening of foreign visitors and immigrants. Now the change, first announced last year and taking effect this month, follows on a 2017 order by President Donald Trump requiring heightened vetting for visa applicants, according to State Department officials. Now, an estimated 14 million travelers and 710,000 immigrants to the United States each year will be affected by the changes, according to notes in the Federal Register. Now, the official said national security is a top priority, and every would-be traveler or immigrant already faced screening, including requirements to list their travel history, family member information, and previous addresses. Now, the American Civil Liberties Union had opposed the proposal, arguing the questions would create an environment ripe for profiling and discrimination. You understand? So, earlier, I don't know how all are doing that piece, but some of all that say so much a thing and thing. Next thing they go and see that on all the social media page. Somebody say, you should create an alternative or an alternate social media page and give them that. But they'll find you anyway. You understand? So I don't know to what end this thing is going to assist them. I don't know. But anyway, then people say they want that. What I tell you, don't make nobody feel they country better than all you own. Every time them things come up, I get real headache and thing now. Real headache and thing. Because all these little subtle, gestures, is conditioning your mind. Subliminally, that a man's country is better than yours. That you must subject yourself to that kind of business for you to be qualified or worthy of their accommodation. So subliminally, the value for this place increases while the one for yours kinda, you know what I mean? When they lead that talk, me don't care if nobody, me don't want to go to them people place. There's nothing that all could offer me that I can't go and get somewhere else. Me don't make anybody make me feel no kind of business, Anyway, let lead that talk. Lady that talk there, that was telling all you. We had to do the same thing. Don't come and tell me about tourism and things like that, you know. No, we just creating value. You understand? Value added when we put them kind of restriction. You know what I mean? Because when things are restricted, they are desired. You understand? So let's create some restrictions to create desire. Anyway, me not in government, but if I were in government, please mash up, you know. I ain't making it up. All better to vote me, you know. Anyway, let's get on to some serious business now. On the weekend, Grenada recorded its 6th road fatality for 2019. You understand? And it's a really good bridging because we grew up in the same community and kind of business. And unfortunately, he lost his life. You understand? Real tough, man. Like, the incident happened in Lansapine, and he, according to reports, struck a vehicle, and then was struck by a vehicle. You understand? It was not immediately certain whether or not he died as a result of the first impact or second. Yes? But police say they are conducting their investigations into that incident. That brings to the number 6 road fatalities for 2019. 6 in a dog. 6. You understand? In Little Grenada, man. You understand? Little Grenada. Now I feel it for the family and so on. Mother Andrews and them, you know, they said that they were, his mother said they were just, the moment she was given that call, the moment she received that call, she was just talking in the shop with some people about death and stuff like that, you know. And then she get the phone call saying that her son was in an accident and that he didn't make it. You know, she said it was hard for her to believe, but then another call again come true saying that, you know, I got the information, I'm posting the information and things like that. And then one of my brothers called me, said, well, Mikey, not Teddy, what it? I'm like, oh, it could be Teddy, you know what I mean? And when I look, yeah, you know what I mean, Teddy in a jet, Teddy in a dog, you know what I mean? That's real rough, eh? Real rough, I'm telling you. Like, and, you know, it hits home. You understand what I mean? He's a cool youth and thing, no? He's a young mechanic. And he will learn most of the trade from his brother, Bolo, Ian, you know? And so he was just doing his stuff, you know? Yeah, but also a video circulated just moments after the crash now, showing that he was kind of like testing on the bike and trying to get the bike started and so on, you know? Only if he knew that those were going to be his final moments on earth, maybe he would have no star, you know. Moments after, he would lose his life on the same. I mean, only if he had, you know. But listen, what's to be, man? What's to be, will be. You understand? He was a young guy, just about 30 years old. Just about 30 years old. You know? So the village of Granby is once again thrown into mourning, learning of the passing of young Teddy. Young Teddy Fleming. You know what I mean? Jano Star. All right, so the next thing that we have to tell all about, boy, it's a new development regarding a lawsuit that has been recently brought brought forward the matter involving the government of Grenada with respect to salary deduction of a teacher made during industrial actions last year. Now it came on for hearing today before High Court in Grenada. Now the case was brought by a secondary school teacher, Donna Marcel Lusan, with the defendants being the Cabinet of Ministers, the Minister for Finance, the Public Service Commission, and the Attorney General. Now the Public Service Commission was successful in its application to be removed as a party based on its constitutional duties. Now, on the substantial issue of the salary deduction for days not worked due to the strike action, Justice Godfrey Smith encouraged the parties to settle, since the claim amounts to about $500. Now, the issue remains whether government has a right to deduct salary for periods not worked during an industrial dispute. Now, the employee or claimant in this case withheld labor, and therefore government withheld wages for the same period. Now, the outcome of this case would have significant implications for the wider public service and constitutional law in Grenada. Now, a date for the hearing of the matter has not yet been set, but we had word from Solicitor General on this.
The matter came on for hearing this morning before Justice Smith. Now, it is sub judice, so I'm not in a position to go into details with respect to the matter. But what I can indicate is that the Public Service Commission did advance an application this morning to be removed as a party, and it was successful on that application. The substantive issue in the claim continues, and that substantive issue relates to whether or not, if you do not work, if you must not be paid. And that matter will be determined by the court on a date to be set. No date has yet been scheduled for that hearing of the substantive issue.
All right, thank you very much for that. Ms. Dia, how are you doing? Thank you very much. Right, good to see you. Olio. So that's going to be interesting because some sort of precedent will be set. That is what makes this case very interesting. The outcome of this case. So it's not just about the $500 and things like that to know. Is that a precedent is likely to be set in this case. All right. Now we are moving on. How are we looking for time? Now, Olio. In another story right now, you want to tell about Nawasa boy, because we want to let you know what sort of development they're working on and stuff like that. So Nawasa says that the team responsible for executing phase 2 of the Annandale Intake Development Project met with project manager engineer Todd Lavery on site today and did a walkthrough of the pipe route. Now, work is set to begin on phase 2 of the project, which forms part of the Granitan Water Partnership, a subset of the Grenada Water Stakeholder Platform, the GWASP, with the International Water Stewardship Program. Now, phase 1 involved the construction of a reinforced concrete dam wall fitted with an intake system, spill wall, and slice gate. Now, under this phase of the project, approximately 5,000 feet of 6-inch HDPE pipe will be laid from the newly constructed dam to the existing one. Now, the key project objective is reducing water losses experienced between the Granitan outfall and the Annandale Dam, thus increasing the water supplied to the dam and ultimately increasing water availability for treatment during the dry season. So that will help with people served by this treatment system with water, particularly in the dry season. All right, we are moving on. How are we looking for time? I tell you, we ain't sticking tonight. We have a lot of things to tell all you about. We tell all you about the vigilante justice business that we have to share it all you. I telling all you the man be the woman, and then people and them say nothing no go so. So we go talk about that. But the big talk for today, people, is number portability. It's launched today. What this means for mobile users is that if you are a customer of a particular network, you can now switch to another network for whatever reason and keep your same number. Yo, I'm mad and all. You understand? So this now levels the playing field. It now allows customers choice, freedom to choose. It's not about a man giving you what you want. So if you get something and you ain't like it, you ain't have to keep it and held hostage because if you change network, you lose your number. So that is going to create some interesting competition between the main networks in Grenada. And guess who's going to benefit? Yeah, you guessed it right. So both general managers of the main companies, Digicel and Flow, feel good about the business because both of them know what their game plan will be going forward. Yes? And are eagerly anticipating positive results. Here's Siobhan Redhead from Digicel.
Funding was allocated to guarantee this project was delivered not only on time, but with the best commercial and technical minds across the region. Now using the best equipment and using the best technical support and services available to us. I'm very proud to stand here today and inform you that we are fully prepared to deliver another world-class service to our new Digicel customers across our Ectel states. We're excited to welcome you. We're also looking forward to completing the testing required for fixed number portability, and Mr. Samuel mentioned it as well, throughout the upcoming months to deliver this additional service before the end of 2019. Now, to all our valued corporate customers, with the advent of number portability, this represents a great opportunity for you to consolidate to Digicel for the superior service that we offer. Now we're dedicated to your account management. We would offer you greater efficiency and access to significant business advantages with our new fiber ring built through the CARSIP partnership.
Thank you very much, Ms. Redhead. Now, Mr. Pitt as well from Flow is equally excited about this new development.
In Grenada and the other Ectel states. This is a wonderful opportunity for Cable and Wireless to introduce our new services to new customers or to customers who haven't had our service for some time. And I'm truly excited for what this will mean to our customers. From the onset, Flow has been a strong supporter of number portability. There are few things in the telecoms industry that are as customer empowering as the ability to keep your number as you change providers. It is one of the most prosumer things our industry can do for its customers. And at Flow, we've always believed that portability will lead to better services, greater competition, better quality of service for customers, and a better marketplace for all concerned.
Thank you very much, sir. I believe the same thing too. You know what I mean? So anyway, ready, set, go. Let's see who wins that interesting marketing campaign for the next 2 or 3 months or so. You know what I mean? Right. Anyway, Olium, more business in all Lily Lolo. President of the Grenada Football Association, Chenny Joseph, is calling on government to consider public-private partnership aimed at developing more football exclusive fields on the island. Joseph is a former national player and captain, as well as the former junior and senior national team coach, believes that development of football on the island hang on a number of factors, including improvement with the island's playing field and football in general. Now, speaking at the sword turning ceremony for the GFA football football bleacher project in St. Patrick last Saturday happened. The sometime outspoken GFA leader called on the government to consider doing a little more to help his association and the island in improving football in Grenada. Alright, we said a lot of things, you know what I mean? We go post the business on the website just now so that I'll give you the business. You know what I mean? How we looking? Alright, let me go again. What else I have to tell you? The real thing. So we have the vigilante justice to tell you about. We have the Trinidad crime report to tell you, and if we get a chance, we're going to tell you about the launch of Spice Mass of Carnival, actually, in St. David, that happened last evening. So we have a couple things to tell all you about now. Let's drink some Coke now. Let's drink some Coke and we're coming back in the business.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Experience convenient and affordable learning with online and blended higher education programs from the UWI Open Campus. Access our quality assured degrees, diplomas, and continuing and professional education programs at a pace designed to suit your lifestyle. Ask about our prior learning assessment, which credits previous learning experience and fast tracks the completion of your degree. Own your future. Apply today. For more information, visit www.open.uwi.edu. The UWI Open Campus, opening doors to life-changing learning.
Grenada is the place to be June 7th to 9th for the Grenada Music Festival 2019, featuring the legendary Freddie Jackson, the talented Carrie Hilson, Eddie Bullen from Canada, Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kimani Marley, Patrice Roberts, Teddy John, Blacks and the All-Stars, Westways, and more. 3 nights of amazing music and great food. GMF 2019, June 7th to 9th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights today.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
The Courts Home event is finally here. Now is the time to get all you need for your home. Create your sweet retreat with our bedroom ranges. Level up the family room with high-definition TVs, entertainment systems, comfy sofas or sectionals. Enjoy more home dining with a new set. Getting into home fitness? We've got that too. And find something shiny and new for your kitchen. All at the Courts Home event, where we have it all.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Alright, Olia, we are moving on. So here what now? Vigilante justice in St. Lucia, as residents and a family beat up a man for beating a woman. We've got this message or this update from the folks of the HTS News Force in St. Lucia. Now, we are not encouraging anything. We are just letting you know of that new development.
The young man at the receiving end of this beating is accused himself of beating a girl. Surrounded by her friends and family, he stood no chance and did not attempt to fight back. Following the first round of blows, this adult male tried to intervene, fearing the matter could get out of control. But he was soon overwhelmed, particularly when the girl's mother stepped in. Egged on, one man launched at the accused. He was jumped, kicked a few times, then taken down. This is when the situation moved from bad to worse. He was pinned down in a clench on the pavement, punched and kicked. Finally, battered and bruised, he was allowed to leave. His torn shirt and scars bore testament to the rough justice he had just endured. He walked away having survived to tell the tale of the torment. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.
Yo, that one tough boy. That man sit down there and take that like a man and a man. That man don't even retaliate to no people. That man getting kicked from the back and don't even turn around on people. He just take it licks in her. He just take it in a jet. We have a brief crime report from Trinidad. Now it starts with police officers. Imagine, police officer. I think a police officer and a soldier, you know, people, getting themselves in trouble, beating up man and all kind of business. You know what I mean? So we got this crime report here for you. It's just about a minute. Just about 2 minutes long.
A member of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force and a police officer have been detained for questioning in connection with the assault of a DJ. Police say the incident occurred at Train Stop Bar along the Naparima-Mayaro Road at around 9:15 p.m. on Saturday. The victim, Kevin Ned, 39, was performing at the bar. Police said Ned was seen talking to the two men when they began slapping and beating him with a cutlass. Ned collapsed in the parking lot bleeding as the men ran away. He was taken to the San Fernando General Hospital in serious condition. St. Madeleine police are investigating. Police are investigating the discovery of a body found floating in a ravine in Carson Field on Sunday night. The body is believed to be that of body of Rue Sicharan, as a Trinidad and Tobago identification card with his picture was found nearby. Sicharan, 43, of Calcutta number 1, Macbean, Cuba, was reported missing. He was last seen on May 31st, 2019. His vehicle with registration number PCF 2709, a silver Nissan B15, is also missing. And the Northern Police are probing the fatal shooting of a man on George Street, Port of Spain, at around 7 p.m. on Sunday. He was later identified as Marcus Lynch.
Thank you very much. And of course, folks, what we have for you coming up right now is the National Report.
Public Service Commission removed as party in case against government for salary deduction during industrial action. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Monday, June 3rd, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. The matter involving the government of Grenada with respect to the salary deduction of a teacher made during industrial action last year came on for hearing on Monday before the High Court in Grenada. The case was brought by secondary school teacher Donna Marcel Lusan, with the defendants being the Cabinet of Ministers, the Minister for Finance, the Public Service Commission, PSC, and the Attorney General. The Public Service Commission was successful in its application to be removed as a party based on its constitutional duties. On the substantive issue of the salary deduction for days not worked due to strike action, Justice Godfrey Smith encouraged the parties to settle since the claim amounts to about $500. The issue remains whether government has a right to deduct salary for periods not worked during an industrial dispute. The employee or claimant in this case withheld labor and therefore government withheld wages for the same period. The outcome of the case will have significant implications for the wider public service and the constitutional law in Grenada. A date for the hearing of the matter has not yet been set.
The matter came on for hearing this morning before Justice Smith. Now, it is sub judice, so I'm not in a position to go into details with respect to the matter, but what I can indicate is that the Public Service Commission did advance an application this morning to be removed as a party, and it was successful on that application. The substantive issue in the claim continues, and that substantive issue relates to whether or not, if you do not work, if you must not be paid. And that matter will be determined by the court on a date to be set. No date has yet been scheduled for that hearing of the substantive issue.
That's Solicitor General Ms. Dia Forrester. A more competitive environment and consumer empowerment. The expected benefits from Monday's launch of the mobile number portability in Grenada and all ECTEL member states. They have now joined Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas, Jamaica and others who have already launched the service. Mobile number portability, or MNP, enables consumers to keep their current mobile telephone numbers when switching from one mobile telephone operator to another. This service removes the inconvenience of phone users having to inform their contacts, family and friends of a new number after changing their mobile service provider. The MNP project began in 2015 with a decision by the ECTEL Council of Ministers to implement local number portability for both fixed and mobile phones. Ms. Kim Frederick, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Public Utilities, Energy, Transport and Implementation, says more choices means more consumer empowerment.
With such developments in the region, it is important that Grenada remains competitive and service providers offer the most advanced telecommunication services at affordable prices to the citizens of Grenada.
Mobile number portability will be available to postpaid and prepaid mobile consumers of all service providers within the ECTEL region as long as the customer's number has not been barred, restricted, suspended, or headsets reported stolen or lost to the current provider. There will be no charges for number porting. All porting or switching charges will be met by the service provider. However, the current provider may charge for the new SIM card and unlocking the customer's handset before the number is ported. Dr. Spencer Thomas, Chairman of the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, says there should be no barrier to enjoying the services that are enjoyed globally.
We believe that the launch of number portability in Grenada and across the ECTEL states simultaneously embodies the spirit of the telecommunications treaty and the act that we have, the treaty that we have signed way back in 2000, and the protocol which have recently amended the treaty. So that number portability is in sync with that treaty, and also the regulations that we have, the legislation, the principal legislation, which was the Telecommunications Act, on the new communications legislation that will be on electronic communications. We see the dynamism in the market, and this number portability is just one of several issues that will be in concert in concert with those legislation and movement forward.
Work on fixed number portability will commence later this year when a second fixed line service should become available in each ECTEL member state. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The countdown is on to Grenada's most exciting music festival. Friday, 7th June is Sol EC Limited Rhythm and Soul Night with Carrie Hilson, the legendary Freddie Jackson, Eddie Bullen, and Jefferson Ramirez. Saturday, 8th June is Wester Hall Rum Reggae Fest featuring Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kimani Marley, Tamara St. Bernard, and more. The festival climaxes on Sunday, 9th June with a George F. Huggins Soca Fusion featuring the All-Stars with Tennyson John and Blacks, Patrice Roberts, Wes Ways, Jab King, and more. Gates open 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m. Advance tickets $80 Friday and Saturday, $60 on Sunday, and are available island-wide. Limited VIP and season tickets at Grenada Optical and GoToFet.com. Grenada Music Festival 2019. Get your tickets today. Sponsors: Silver Sands Grenada, Hennessy, the Antillian Group, Coca-Cola, St. George's University, Glenelg Springwater, and Netherlands Insurance.
Continuing the news, a call for Grenadians to be responsible when sharing information during the Atlantic hurricane season, which began on Saturday. It comes from Senator Winston Garraway, Minister with responsibility for disaster management and information. Forecasters are predicting 13 named storms, with 5 expected to develop into hurricanes, 2 of which can be major. Senator Garraway warns that information should only be shared from those authorized to do so.
Within the region, there are 4 entities that is responsible for countries within our sphere. So the focal point for Grenada is Trinidad and Tobago. So information would be disseminated from the Hurricane Center and comes down to Trinidad. Trinidad will contextualize whatever information they get for the region, for that space, and it's not only Grenada. So Trinidad, Grenada, you have Guyana and the likes and so forth. So they contextualize the information for that geographic space, and they will then send it out. They send that to us. We now will have to run it through, and I'm saying we, meaning the Met services, would have to run it through their own models for our localized space. When the models have been done, they will then give us accurate information as it pertains to Grenada. So what you see from Trinidad, yes, it's for the entire region, but it's not contextualized to Grenada. Met Office is the one who will do that.
While information will be readily available on the internet, he says NADMA remains the official source of information.
From Trinidad, it goes to the Met contextualizes it, then sends it to NADMA and other media entities. NADMA now will then send out the release. What you get from NADMA will be what Met would have given to us in a contextualized form, and that is the information for Grenada. Any other way will be against the established norms. So I will ask the media entities to follow suit with the information that Met provides. That is Grenada's contextualized information.
Clive Austin, Chief Engineer at Grenelec, had some advice for property owners whom he says need to ensure safety around their homes by trimming overhanging branches, some of which are close to power lines.
Once you're looking at trees over power lines, it's always best to call us so that we could look at it. Cutting trees, pruning trees over power lines, there's always a danger that the branches can fall on the lines, damage the lines, take off electricity, and basically create more problems for us and even the customer in terms of additional outage time. So it's always best to call us. If we think that it is safe for the customer to trim because it's within their property, okay, we will advise them accordingly. But definitely if it's a case where our lines will be endangered, we will basically take on that responsibility and do the necessary cutting and trimming. In a lot of cases, we probably have to take out power in that area. We might have to drop the lines. If we think it's necessary, but we will basically take on that task.
The Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA, says marketing will be a key strategy to tackle low production and to obtain new markets. Chairman of the board, Leo Cato, says going forward, the association will engage the services of a marketing officer to promote the farmers, their produce, and the industry overall.
A marketing officer is something that we take very seriously because we realize that we have a number of produce. You can see some of them right there. A lot more are done in the shop. And we have not been marketing what we do extensively. So the thinking is to have somebody assigned as a marketing officer so that aggressive action and energy can be put into finding sales for what we produce. And as we pursue the US market, marketing would be a key strategy going forward.
Chief Agricultural Officer Daniel Lewis says while marketing is high on the agenda, maintaining quality produce is equally important. He commended the association on the move to employ a quality assurance officer.
With the quality assurance officer on board now, I sincerely hope that a good regime would be put in place right across the value chain to look and see how we could improve the quality. We may not be, and Grenada has always been noted for selling quality nutmegs, we may not be a mega producer, but certainly our quality has to be right up there.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
All right, thank you, Leslie Ann, and the rest of the team who is responsible for the production. All right, so folks, and that's it there. And what we're going to have for you right now is the weather. And let's see what the weather is going to be like. Now, tonight we can expect a medium chance of nighttime showers and the minimum temperature to be about 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. And tomorrow, we expect the weather to be partly cloudy with a low chance of a few brief morning and nighttime showers. The maximum temperature is expected to be about 31 degrees Celsius and minimum 25 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas are expected to be moderate, waves up to 4 to 6 feet in open waters. All right, and that's your weather. And we're going to have another weather report for you tomorrow, God's willing. Guys, that's as far as we can go. Before I leave, I want to say hello to Shireen, Della, Charmaine, Hazel, Rose, Rolanda, Noreen, Kireen, Jane, Irma, Trevelyn, Patsy, Ebony, Danica, Ala, Dolores, Camille, Peter, Louisa, Mishi, and Ebony, and Sharon Rush, Sephirina, and everyone else on the program. I want to say hello to you guys, and Patsy, I see you there, and Arthur, everyone on the program, Janelle, Natasha, and Mandy. All blessings to you guys, and those names who I didn't see, blessings to you same way. God bless you guys, and we'll touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, Ja! No. Good night, everyone. We'll talk about St. David's launch tomorrow, God's willing. Goodbye.